Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first of 3 live broadcasts. Yesterday, we celebrated St. Patrick's Day. And of course, that gave you all an opportunity to use some of the scripts and start conversations with folks. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about talking to people. Last night, we talked about the 4 steps that you can take to earn a 7-figure income in your business, specifically using LinkedIn. And our primary focus moving forward for the next 90 days is going to be LinkedIn. Why? Because LinkedIn is hot. It's hot. There's a reason why 10 million people are joining LinkedIn every month. The 4 steps to being successful in your business. Create a profile, put yourself out there, connect with people, begin the conversation, communicate with them. And in many cases, for those of you that are former students, you're continuing students, you've already got connections. And in some cases, all we have to do is start talking to them again. And in the course of communicating with people, we're going to provide you with our scripts. And we've just released a number of new ones in tomorrow night's 4th session of boot camp, closing the sale. We're going to give you a whole new closing strategy that you're going to absolutely love. And it's all about qualifying people. Discovering, are these people really prospects for your business? Are they what you're looking for? Close the people that are. My 4-step formula is behind the success of top earners in your business. The fastest growing top earners will tell you that they owe their success to LinkedIn and Facebook. And they have fast growing teams of people enrolling their best new customers and distributors in less than an hour or 2 a day. And the new recruits are doing the same thing within a few days of joining their business. But no one's going to tell you how they're doing it unless you're on their team. Well, I'll tell you. I'm really excited. As a matter of fact, in the last 10 days, I have heard from well over a dozen former students. They're coming back to catch up on what's new. They're all interested in LinkedIn. And they're amazed at how much LinkedIn has grown, expanded since the last time we worked together. Will moved up from number 5 to number 1. We heard from him 2 weeks ago. We started working together in 2022. And after one session, we opened up his settings. We made him visible to more people. We gave him 3 things to do. One was to change his picture. The other were 2 posts. And within 72 hours, he was the number 1 recruiter in his company. Now you could ask, how does that happen? Number 1, he had over 4,500 friends on Facebook. So you have to have the connections in the first place. Then he just talked to them. He looked at who responded to what he was doing, started conversation. Number 1 recruiter within 72 hours. Sends me this 2 weeks later. It's exactly like you said it would be. Since last week, I made 2 posts that generated dozens of easy conversations by following the scripts word for word, and I generated a dozen sales. The process is easy. And then they called in with a success story that should eliminate any barrier that you think is holding you back.
I do have a great quick testimony. Just sponsored a new individual. I've actually got a member of my team on here who's one of our newest six-figure earners, Melissa Brower. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She just hit 100K in this company. She's already done it before, but this is the most fun we've had. And a young lady I just sponsored who has zero network marketing experience, I taught her just a few of the techniques that you taught me, and she's already like number 7 in recruiting in our company right now. I just saw her name on the leaderboard tonight. So I was like, wow, I got to tell Max. So it's really cool. I just wanted to tell you, man, everything you're teaching, it works in real life. And we all appreciate you so much.
My friends, it works for everybody. It works for everybody. Bring someone new into the business, never been in network marketing before. So how does she become number 7? She's connected to a lot of people. Plain and simple.
I do have,
Sam is another example. He's signing up one person every day, 21 people over 3 weeks. How's he doing that? It's all about conversation. It's all about talking to the right people. Gennady was blown away at the results he got. Brand new to social media, not brand new to network marketing. 20 years in the business, he never got the numbers. Imagine enrolling 57 people in 2 weeks directly. And 2 of his leaders were doing the same thing. Now, last night, during last night's presentation, I was demonstrating birthdays. In fact, let me. So I went to my network and I specifically went to celebrations. And I looked at birthdays. And I don't remember whether it was on LinkedIn. Let me go over here to the messages. So it was on LinkedIn. Okay. So last night I went over to celebrations and I saw he was having a birthday. So I wished him a happy birthday. And he thanked me this morning. This is how fast this process works. had I asked him a question, we could have started a conversation. It was entirely up to me. So Pat was in my first LinkedIn bootcamp back in 2010, when LinkedIn only had 90 million users. So he sent me this after bootcamp. I'm starting a horse-related internet marketing business, and I was directed by a consultant to strive for 5,000 horse-related contacts. By the way, that consultant charged him $5,000 for his advice. You're starting this business, you need a website, you need to drive people to the website, you need to have capture page where you can get them to leave your email address so that you could write to those folks. And you need to strive to get 5,000 contacts. I said, Pat, there's a faster way. He says, I enrolled in the LinkedIn bootcamp, which started, by the way, on December the 1st. And on Christmas Eve, I made contact with someone who's offering to bring me 60,000 horse contacts and up to 150,000 if the initial launch goes well. I simply followed your direction on how to join groups and add connections, not set in stone, but well on my way. My wife always questioned my involvement in your online system. She told me last night that she's happily eating her words. Well, the success he had with that business was beyond his expectations. And then 9 years later, he comes back and he launched a new CBD company. So we developed a strategy. We developed the market. We identified the market. And he sent the messages out to a specific group of people. And he had a 50% conversion rate. He sends me this, 35 messages sent over the weekend, so far 15% responses, 50% conversion. And what was exciting about this was before the end of the year, he sold that business, made a couple of $1 million. Everybody has a story. Back in 2010, LinkedIn was primitive compared to what it is today. So ask yourself this question right now. How big is your business? We're about to finish up the end of March. That's the end of the third month, end of the first quarter. How big would you like it to be in 90 days? How big would you like it to be at the end of June? How fast your business is going to grow in the next 90 days is going to be determined by 4 things. The number of people you talk to about your business between now and the next 90 days, the number of people that you enroll, the number of people that the people you enroll bring into your business, and what you do to ensure maximum duplication and growth. So you're not having the results you want on Facebook and LinkedIn. The reasons are easy to identify and simple to fix. It's either the contents and visibility of your profile, because people don't realize that they're not visible. Ronald, I went looking for you this morning and I can't find you on LinkedIn. The people you're trying to talk to, what you're saying to people, Most of the time, you're introducing your business too early, or you're not qualifying your people. That's it. That's it. I'm going to pop over here. And Ron, you're not even showing up. Morning, Ron. What happened?
Well, I was kicked out and I had to relax for a little bit, then start again. So I just start back. I was kicked out from LinkedIn. So,
What any reason why?
well, I can't remember right now, but they say I do something wrong, and I couldn't get back in. And I even tried different email addresses, and the minute I did see my name, they kicked me back out.
Yep. Well, you sent me a link, and the link that you sent me, if I plug it in here, and that's the page that it brought up. Page doesn't exist.
Oh boy, and I am on it just now. Let me see something again.
Now, one thing that I will tell you, all of you, is that LinkedIn isn't fooling around, okay? They are experiencing unprecedented growth. And whoops. And there are half a dozen reasons why people are being thrown off. The biggest reason is because they're breaking the rules. So let me try. You gave me a link. Let me try it over here. That should work. Nope. And let me look it up, and let me try to look you up another way. You put an E at the end of your name. Let's see if that's going to work.
A dash. So my name is Ronald Evans O. And let me just send it again.
And where do you live?
Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago.
Let's see, is this you?
Yes. No, well, that mightn't be working because they tell me that I wasn't getting through just now. Although that's me, but I wasn't getting.
Well, let me put it to you this way. If you're telling me that they threw you off LinkedIn, they didn't throw this profile off LinkedIn.
Oh.
So this one, for whatever reason, is still active.
All right.
So
just send back that link for me. So I'll make sure.
however, I sent it to you in the chat. And I will send you a connection request on here. But you need to be extremely, what were you doing? Did they give you any reason why, or they just threw you off?
Yeah, they just threw me off and say I ain't complying with the rules. And this one. So.
Well, it could be that you exceeded the number of connection requests you were making to people, that you were sending to people. It could be that the people you were contacting were not active. And if there's a high percentage of people that you're contacting that are not active, then LinkedIn makes the assumption, the algorithm makes the assumption that you're a robot, and they throw you off. And it is not easy to get on. It is not easy to get back. But
something else, yes, man.
Well, yeah, but I got to tell you something. As long as, let's see, come over here to contact info. Okay. So this is the email address.
All right.
That you're going to need to get into that account. Because every profile is connected to a unique email address. If you don't remember the password, that's not a big deal. As long as you still have access to this email address, you'll be fine. You just have to be extremely careful moving forward we come down here. So the last time you posted anything on here was 3 years ago. Yeah, the last time you used this profile looks like it was 3 years ago.
All right.
And when you go back and you start to use it, again, as long as you obey the rules, you're not going to have an issue.
Yeah.
But do anything wrong, and they'll shut this one down too. This one's different because you have your middle initial. So, folks, here's the deal. Tomorrow night, I finish up our March boot camp, and we're going to be introducing some new closing tactics. That you're all going to love. Now, I have opened up registration for my April boot camp. Now, the April boot camp is different. I mean, every boot camp is different. But the first month of every quarter, I have a 5th boot camp session. Create, connect, communicate, and close. And we have a 5th session, which is the daily routine for top earners. We had one in January. We have one in April. We'll have one in July. We'll have one in October, beginning of every quarter. In the last session, we dive deep into the 10 important lessons to be learned by Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. We provide you with a daily routine that will take you to the top of a business in specific details and how to develop the mindset of $1 million earner. Last night, I went over 30 elements, 30 things that top earners do, 30 things that top earners say to themselves, remind themselves every day as to why they're in the business. And for those of you that are in my coaching program, send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll send those 30 things to you in a Word document. But in this 5th session, what we're going to do is we're going to walk everybody through it. Additionally, my 90-day boot camp challenge, April, May, and June, is going to have specific emphasis on helping everybody achieve major rank advancement. So for those of you that are boot camp students and you haven't registered yet for April, go to maxsteinhardt.com/90-day challenge. I ran a special promotion for St. Patrick's Day. And there's a special promotion code, Shamrock, that'll knock an extra $50 off. You're going to get 3 months plus participate in my 90-day boot camp challenge. All right, now anybody have, this is supposed to be an Ask Max session, so anybody here have any questions? Daryl, have you heard anything from LinkedIn at all? Let me unmute you.
Yes, they sent me a thing just that it was sent to another department.
Sheesh.
Surprise.
Okay, let me look at this. Let me mark this down.
I messaged, I think I messaged you yesterday or the day before when they had sent it that they had, and all they did was send a message saying they sent it to another department. Well, that's all you've been doing for the past month, sending it to other
Yeah,
departments.
yeah. Okay, okay, at 2 o'clock, my time, we'll have another little,
Good
session.
deal.
And, let's see if we can pick this up. It just boggles my mind that, that they can't figure it out. And,
Yeah. You're not inside, huh? Oh, look at you. All right, yeah.
so, but in the meantime, you're still reaching out to people.
I, I sent out some, I sent out three.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. We'll jump in there, take a look at those, and then we're going to up it a little more. We have to get that thing resolved because we still have that issue about verification. And the longer that's delayed, LinkedIn is solving problems along those lines every day.
I'm working and that's what counts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Debbie wants to know what kind of posts for a Jenny Craig, somebody that's a Jenny Craig franchisee. The secret to effective posting is to be posting things Yeah, I'll answer that in a minute. Okay, so what you have to do, the power of posting is you're putting things out there that will resonate with the people that you're connected to. All right. And they like it enough so that they will react to it. They can just click a button. I like it. I love it. Or they can make a comment. Aside from that, what you're really looking for, what will expand your reach, is if you're posting things that not only resonate with them, but are powerful enough so that they think, wow, this is something I want to share with the people I'm connected to. Posting things along personal development lines. Posting things about self-improvement, about goals, about not quitting. Posting things, general statements about life. The more you post, the more you'll begin to observe who is reacting and responding to what you do. It can be about anything. But the more it relates to their lifestyle, the more it relates to not just them, but to the people that they're connected to, is going to increase the likelihood that they're going to like it. More important, that they'll share it. And then what starts to happen is they begin to look forward to your posts. That's why you'll see during some of the ES Max sessions we've done in the past, where we'll log into somebody's account. We haven't talked to that person in 6 or 7 months. But when you send them something that resonates with them, you get their attention, especially if it moves. And as long as you keep going and keep the conversation on the other person, learning more about the other person, and the more you learn, the more you're going to know whether that person is indeed a prospect. When you have enough information, you can introduce the potential, the possibilities that you have a solution to their problem. It's as simple as that. You never know which message you send is going to strike at the heart of the people that you're connected to. But with consistency, if you send these things out every day, twice a day, and Ian, you do not have to join the next 3 boot camps to get that price, okay? Because you're already a boot camp subscriber, there will be something popping along that will let you enroll in the April boot camp for the same price. The difference is that everybody that signs up for the 90-day challenge is put in a separate group, even though, you know, there'll be another 100, 150, 200 people in boot camp. The people in boot camp that are part of the challenge will have access to our mastermind sessions on Saturday. That's the difference. So just, we're still in March, about the first week in, or as we get close, you just keep your eye on your email. You'll get a notice that, hey, you can continue your boot camp participation for the same price. Okay, anybody else got any questions? The 90-day boot camp challenge, okay, is we're just stringing along 3 boot camps. You're already in March. Every month you could come back and do April, come back and do May, come back and do June. And you could get them participate for the same price. The 90-day boot camp challenge, we're throwing in an extra scripts book. And people that are in the 3 boot camps together get access to my mastermind sessions on Saturday. Yeah, Dennis, I saw it. I saw it. And do me a favor, send me a note. Let me know when you're gonna be in South Florida. I want to lock up the boat. What a day yesterday, I gotta tell you. Sailing mellows me out like I can't even begin to describe. I can't even begin to describe. I still right now am in such a. My wife loves me when I come back from sailing. So yeah, so if you can let me know approximately what the date is, because I'm all right. Okay. Wesley, I'm not doing conversations this morning. I'll be doing those at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And if nothing else, make sure you register for this one. We'll catch up to all of you next time.